Hey, Terry. Hi. How are you, love? Thanks for logging on. I appreciate you. Terry, first one tonight. Good job. All right, all right. We're going to wait for a couple more. We'll wait till the 1 minute mark, see if we get anybody else coming on live. Hey, Dan, what's going on, buddy? Congrats on Matty signing. Good job by him. I'm sure you guys are excited. Thanks a lot for joining. I appreciate you. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going to go live. Here we go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Angie's Angles. It is February the 1st in the year, my Lord, 2024. My voice is starting to come back. Linda Stein, I am Interstatal. Thank you, Linda, for logging on. I appreciate you. So let me do my due diligence. Let me light my cigar here with my torch. It's the new torch that I commented about 2 weeks ago. It comes with a cutter that I could cut my cigar. Lonnie Woman! Whoa! Oh, my voice ain't there, Lonnie. Holy crap. Hey, Nick Troiano, what's going on? Harold, I am duo interstatal. Tom, dialing it in from the lobby of Smoke Therapy, 215 around Copper Avenue. What's going on, Tom? We got breaking news on Angie's Angles. Mark Brooks, I am Tri-Interstatal, my brother from another. What's going on, Mr. Brooks? Nick, Mark, Harold, not sure if you heard this. Hey, Eric, abolish the pitch clock, number one. I'm with you, Eric. Maybe that's the only thing we agree on, Eric. Huge Jose Reyes fan right here. Eric Schuster. But go to his webpage, go to his Facebook page, abolish the pitch clock. Married that with that desire. Corbin Burns going to the Baltimore Orioles for a bag of donuts and a couple of prospects. That's breaking news live from Angie's Angle. As you can see that I'm still struggling with voice. I'm really hoping that we get back to full throttle. Some rants because with my Mets, we're gonna have at least two. So I was really thinking about what to do today. I had the day off today. We had some housework done. We got a new carpet, a bunch of laundry. Yeah, that's a great move, Nick, for the Orioles. And you listen, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they came close. They were in the playoffs. But they are a playoff caliber team, that's for sure, Nick. Thanks for your commentary. So, we still have a couple of our free agents left, which is somewhat surprising. I mean, thank God baseball is back, baby. February brings us baseball. Hope springs eternal, if you know what I mean. So, we're about 2 weeks out. We're 13 days out of pitches and catches reporting. And the following key players are still available via the free agency wire. You got Gary Sanchez out there. Brandon Belt is still available. The veteran Whit Merrifield. The shortstop Tim Anderson. Third base, you got Matt Chapman. Can't believe that Cody Bellinger hasn't signed yet. What's going on there? Same to be said about Jorge Soler. Adam Duvall, JD Martinez, Jordan Montgomery, Blake Snell. And as relievers go, we got Jacob Junis still floating out there. Nick, baseball is absolutely my favorite sport as well. I see that you posted it's yours. There's no other sport for me. I don't follow anything like I do baseball. I consider myself semi-savant, semi-expert on the game. Me and Danny, as you know, we umpired during the summer. So I see it full circle. I see it from the player side, from the coach's side, from the fan side, from the umpire side. So I'm well versed in the game of baseball, if you know what I mean. So let's hear some predictions. Let's start with JD Martinez. I'm very happy we didn't sign Justin Turner. Justin Turner went to the Toronto Blue Jays. 1 year, $13 million. A couple incentive-laden bonuses if he achieves them. But I, for one, could see one Justin Turner. Early April, cold weather, legging it out to first base and coming up with a blown hammy. Oh, Clark, I don't know why you have no sound. I'm sorry, buddy. Can everybody else hear me? Let me know if you're all having audio issues. I'm not muted, so you should be hearing me. If anybody else, Clark, maybe you need to reload it. I'm not really sure. I apologize for that. Clark, by the way, you are making me quadruple interstatal. Terry, can you let me know if you hear me? Mark, Tom, am I broadcasting Nick? I'm hoping my volume's coming through. Let me see if I could just maybe pull this up a little bit. Yeah, we should be fine. Oh, sound going on and off. You know, guys, it's kind of funny. Thanks, Harold, for that. Mark, thanks for checking in. No problems in North Carolina. So Verizon, well, couple things going on. We had some major solar flares, some solar storms happening that were wreaking havoc. Verizon was having some issues locally in Garden City. And then, of course, Christopher, the director of the FBI, has put us on high alert that said a Chinese cyber attack is imminent. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate you. All right. It must be it could be some communication issues. It could be the solar flares, or it could be China. Take your pick. So, yeah, Nick, I'm going to post you, Nick. So Nick Troiano saying, I would love JD Martinez to the Mets, but I hear we're going with internal options with Vientos and waiting for the price to drop on the external DH. So Nick, I don't think that's a bad comment. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think we have to see what Batty Vientos does for us. We have to see their worth. Then we have to analyze where we are end of May, early June, and make a determination if we're going to be sellers or we're going to go for a playoff spot or we're going to be buyers. Clark, Harold said it's going in and out, Clark, so I apologize. Linda in Virginia says she can hear me. North Carolina, I'm coming in clear. I'm not really sure. I'm going to report this to StreamYard to find out why we're having some problems. Clark, do you know if Trisha and Brad are on tonight? I want to give them a personal shout out. Clark's brother-in-law Brad was in our prayer group for a couple of weeks. He battled some Brad, it was leukemia. Dave, hey Dave, thanks for joining us. James Krause is in the house. What's going on? So Clark's brother-in-law, Brad Fox, has gotten really fantastic news back on his challenges, on his health challenges. Power of prayer is very strong. We're glad to have him included, and we're going to keep him there, but we're also happy that if he starts to wane off of our prayer group, right? So, hey, Dan, I'm gonna put that up there, Dan. Now, Dan Nolan, and congratulations to Matt Nolan, committing to Malloy College, right, Dan? I believe that's where he committed to. Um, Danny and Maddie played baseball together, and I had the fortunate pleasure of meeting Dan, and we struck up a nice friendship. Good people, the Nolans. So he's saying he wants us to take back Stroman. Oh my God, no, thank you. You could have him. You could have Stroman and all his nonsense and his baggage and his garbage, etc., etc. That's one guy we don't want anywhere near Queens. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm glad you got the sound back, Clark. I'm very happy to hear that. Fantastic. Yes, of course. Yeah. You know, it's always a pleasure to get new listeners. So, Brad and Trisha, if you guys are listening, we got you, Brad. We got you in our prayer circle. So make sure you understand that we're there, and we're very happy for the good news. So I personally think that the Mets should pony up and pay JD Martinez. I don't care, $18 million 1-year deal. Give him that. Give him a 1-year deal. 18 million, because you're going to use Vientos and Batty at third base at interchanging, because you got to see what their worth is. You got to see if they can hold up to Major League Baseball. We all know that they kill quadruple A baseball, triple A baseball. They just kill it. But when they came up here, hey, Barbara, thanks for joining. Barbara Russo, Officer Lennon is in the house. What's going on, guys? Rich Carpenter. Does it come with what was her name? The girl Carpenter. Oh my goodness, I'm forgetting her name. Oh my goodness. Well, she's sadly she's not here with us anymore. But what was her name? Somebody help me out. Karen, thank you, Clark. Karen Carpenter. Yeah, no, we don't want the Carpenters. Thank you kindly. You can keep them where they are. Yeah, Harold, JD would be great for the Mets. Yep, thank you, everybody. Darcy Krause is in the house. What's going on? How are you? Thanks for joining us, Doris. I appreciate you. I hope JD's all healed up, and it's all good that he's healed up, but I hope the car is getting healed up too. It looked like some pretty significant damage on that car. For those that don't know, JD, their son, who also played with Danny, hit some black ice a couple of weeks ago. He got banged up. He's okay, thank God. But it looked like the tree got the better of the car. So we're hoping everybody's good there. So, yeah, JD Martinez, the guy could even come off the bench. He could be a late pinch hitter. God knows we have a plethora of bench guys could come in, because they really can't start, because they're not that caliber where they could start. But everybody knows they could definitely give us a hand here or there. So we went through some of the available free agents available. I want to get some commentary. I want to see some of your opinions. Why do you think we still got, especially Blake Snell? Now, we could say Blake Snell's asking for the moon, and Jupiter Morris too, perhaps. He's asking for a lot of money, and I'm not so sure that he's going to get it or that he's worth it. Plus, these players, they all of a sudden, this opt-out seems to be like, the new sliced bread. They want to sign a 5-year deal and have yearly opt-outs. I mean, let's talk about opt-outs. One, Adam Ottavino opted out the wrong way. The Mets, he had an $8 million option. He denied the options. So he accepted the Mets offer of $5 million. So he left $3 million on the table. I mean, if he's married, I wonder if he slept in the doghouse, leaving $3 million on the table when you could have opted in and said to the Mets, I'll take the $8 million. So he might have been sold a bag of goods by his agent. Maybe he thought he'd get a 2-year deal. They like the longevity. They want the consistency. I don't know. But we resigned Adam Ottavino, to a 1-year deal, $5 million. Yeah, Harold, I can't blame Scott Boras, right? I can't blame Scott Boras because this is the way it works. Scott Boras is obligated to take any and all offers given to him to his client. The client has the right of refusal, yes or no. Sure, Scott could put in his input, say, hey, no, hold out. So-and-so is going to offer you another $10 million more. That could be all stupid fodder, but whatever. Yeah, Clark. The Ohtani deal. Let's not go revisit the Ohtani deal because it's absolutely mindless. And there's a lot of holes in that deal. I'm not happy that the Dodgers. There'll be. Let me think about this. There's 3 teams I'll be rooting this season in MLB. We all know we're going to be rooting for my beloved Mets. I root for any and all teams that play the Skankies. And the 3rd team I'm going to root for is any and all teams that play the Dodgers. Those Dodgers are awful, awful, awful. They're going to be out on Hollywood Boulevard being paupers looking for money once that Ohtani deal comes due. But last week we spoke about my good buddy Brett Moletta, who asked me the question, do you think baseball is going to be here in 25 years? And I counted, well, I think I'm a little bit more concerned about humanity being here in 25 years. And the way that baseball is going, right? With the rule changes and the opt-outs and no more loyalty and kowtowing to a new generation of fan base, which I don't think exists. I think it's very non-existent. I think it's a flash in the pan. I think it's like the pet rock. I don't think it's here to stay. These fair weather bird fans. It's all of us here who are the fans. I've said this from day one on Angie's Angles, and I'll say it till I sign off for that last time before I go up into the sky or take the slide down south. I'm not sure where I'm going yet. Count the heads in the stands on the first pitch and the last pitch of the game, and that's your fan base, not the intermediate guys that show up in the 2nd, 3rd, and leave by the 7th. Dan Nolan, don't get me started with Joe Biden. Oh, dear Jesus. Joe Biden hates baseball, according to Dan Nolan. But Clark, yeah, we're in agreement, right? We've said this ad nauseum. And you know what, Harold? God dang it, we haven't done this I don't think we've done it all year. Repeat after me. Rob Manfred hates baseball. Rob Manfred hates baseball. Rob Manfred hates baseball. Ad nauseum. And the voice is coming back. It's coming back. And we're going on a rant because don't get me started on Rob Manfred. The man single-handedly has changed the game of baseball for the worse. God dang it. Trying to keep it kid-friendly, for God's sakes. I got to light up my cigar. So what we'll probably do next Thursday. Oh, by the way, programming note. February the 15th, we'll be broadcasting live somewhere in Florida. The family, we're taking our last vacation as kids in high school. My boys are seniors. We're headed down to Florida We're going to hook up with my son, Michael. We're going to hook up with my buddy, Kevin Elliott, I hope. And I'm going to try to get in touch with Brett, see if I can't meet up with him too. Florida. That's funny, Clark. So we'll be broadcasting somewhere. We're staying at the Blue Heron, which is beautiful. We stayed there 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember how long ago it was. It was gorgeous, gorgeous. Got 3 bed. It was a deal and a half for 3/4. We went through Priceline. We got it. We were down there. I think it was 8 nights, 7 nights, 8 days. I'm not sure. I got it for $1,100. You can't. And it was all right, Dan. Thanks, buddy. Have a good night and good luck to Maddie. Yeah, so we're gonna go down. We're gonna do. I think we're doing MGM Studios, hooking up with son Michael. Like I said, we're gonna go see Kevin Elliott. Hopefully, so we'll see how that goes. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. So we're at the 8:50 mark. Last couple of weeks, it's been flying. Tonight, for some reason, it's going slow, which is wonderful. It's wonderful. I'm covering a lot of topics tonight. But we're headed into the prayer circle, so let's get that done. Harold leads it off with Dawn Squared, his wife and his co-worker. And Harold, I know your co-worker was a little apprehensive about having some procedures done. You got to give us a update. Harold, yeah, we're flying. We're going to be flying. Yeah, I would love to see Kevin. If we were driving, I would definitely do that. Scott Tobias, we're praying for your wife and your mom. Mark Brooks, you got to let us know how you're doing, what you're balancing, and we're praying for your dad. Linda Stein, we have you in our prayers with your dad and his hoping that he continues on his path. Kevin Elliott, we're sending prayers out for yourself, your health challenges. Mr. McGowan, as you fighting cancer, we have your back, sir. Deb and Lee, as Lee battles his cancer issues, and not that it was nice under this situation to see Deb last week, but Deb's grandmother, Barbara, passed away, and we went to the funeral, and then we were able to have a little lunch with them afterwards, and it was nice to catch up and see them, Lauren and Caitlin, and congratulations, Caitlin, on the incoming baby. So we'll put Caitlin on the prayer list as well. God, watch over that pregnancy and make sure everything goes well. Brad and Trisha Fox, we got you in our prayer circle. Great news, Brad. I'm so happy to hear that clock fills me in, that things are looking up for you guys. The Krause family, JD, we hope that you're better from being banged up. And Aubrey, as she stays in remission from her battle. So, oh, that's great. That's great. Let's let everybody know. Harold, his friend Dawn at work had a biopsy, came back negative. Thank God, and she had a stent put in. So she finally got the procedure done. I'm happy to hear that, Harold. Keep us updated on that if you don't mind. Again, anybody that needs a prayer, just drop me a note. Let me know. I'm sorry. A coworker at work, Martha, she had some surgery done, and she's got such a positive outlook. They believe they got everything on the surgery. She's a very positive woman. She's a great work partner to work with. So we're including Martha in our prayer circle. Keep your head up high, Martha. You're going to be fine, and we're pulling for you. So thank you, everybody, for that. I appreciate that, as always, for taking the moment and acknowledging everybody in front of us and those that aren't. So I think we're done. We're a little early tonight. I'm a little under the weather. Not sick. I'm not sick. I'm just tired. I worked last Saturday. Last night I worked until about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I was in at 8 in the morning. And then this morning we had a hectic day with the carpet people, and I did about 42 and a half loads of laundry. But Barbara's going to come home to a nice, freshly made bed with her feet under a nice plush carpet and her heated blankets on high. So she's going to appreciate that. So it's 8:54. I got here a little bit late to the clock. That's funny, right? I got here a little late to the cigar lounge tonight, so I'm going to go enjoy the fellas out there as I always do. This has been Angie's Angles coming to you live from Smoke Therapy, 215 Ronkonkoma Avenue. If you're ever in the neighborhood, you got to make sure you stop by. This is me saying good night. God bless. I love you.